Hello and welcome back to another episode of Wargame Hammer Wargaming, where we're talking about issue 3 of Warhammer 40,000 Combat Patrol. Let's get straight into it. Okay, here we go. We have issue 3 of Combat Patrol with the Infernus Marines. We'll be taking a look at them in a moment, but what I really want to talk about is what comes with the magazine this time. So, we've got our first set of data sheets. Wing Terminator Prime, Captain Terminator Armor, Infernus Squad, Von Ryan's Leapers. Nothing on the back, so presumably we're going to get something for the others that, unlike the starter set for 40k, won't require you to turn them over mid-battle to find the other information. So that's quite nice, and these seem to come out reasonably easily. Just pop out there, so it's all perforated, and we've got our first set of data sheets. Now, if you're like me, and you're getting a little bit older, it might be a bit difficult to read that. Quite small writing. It is possible to read, but it is about a third of the size of the data sheets that are in the starter set themselves. So that's not great. But of course, the information was duplicated in the magazine itself. So we had all the stats for the captain as we needed them in the magazine, so if you're having trouble, you could always refer back to that. Now, what is actually quite nice about this is it's all of the information. I mean, we've got every single part: toughness, saving throws, the number of wounds, the leadership number, and things like that. So that is actually quite interesting. And then OC as well, which is objective control. We haven't been taught about most of these in the game yet, but here they are on the cards. So if you've seen the previous magazines where they showed you some information and then gave you an updated card later on, and then a final card after that with all of the information on, you get a bit frustrated. Like, which card am I supposed to be using? With this, they've learnt from that. All the information is right there. We've got all the stuff that we need about his weaponry. We've got all of his stats. We've got all of his abilities, keywords, everything right from the start. It's one card, that's all you'll need. That is great. I'm really impressed that they've gone and learned from previous mistakes and now they know what's going on. So what have we got here? This is a bit interesting, isn't it? So this has got a toughness, no saving throw, and a number of wounds. They've all got them. And these are just one card. So these are actual things that we're going to be using in the game, and we can fight them with our Marines. I suppose it's Marines. Bit interesting, isn't it? Do these count as the Tyranid's turn? The Tyranid's player? Are these instead of their models? I don't know what's going to be going on. We're going to have a look at this. This is very interesting. Again, I'm going to pop these out. Oh, hang on. No, there's more. There's 2 sheets. That's interesting. I thought they were just very thick. Okay, this is very interesting. So, Librarian in Terminator Armor. We don't have him yet. We know he's coming. There he is. Terminator Squad. We don't have them yet. We know they're coming. And same with the Barbgaunts. The Termagants, we haven't had them either. In fact, all of these we haven't had. So that's quite telling. We're getting everything straight away. So you know you're getting these if you're continuing with the things. So here's all the information in one big go. That is really good. That means that this has a lot of value right there in terms of preparing you for what's coming. You can, of course, use proxies to try out these guys before you even get them with the models you already have. So that's cool as well. You can really go to town and try stuff out with this. So I'm very, very impressed now. Again, I'm just going to pop all of this stuff out, including this set of sheets here. And for those of you who don't know, I started out my Warhammer journey with 5th edition of 40k way back when. And it was the starter set, the Battle for Macragge, I believe it was. And I remember even previous to that, I think it was 2nd edition, it might have been, no, it can't have been 1st edition, I think it was 2nd edition, had a cardboard standee instead of an Orc Dreadnought. It was a standee of an Orc Dreadnought. It was just a piece of card on a stand. So these are reminding me of that stuff that I've seen. 5th edition didn't have any of that. It was really complicated rules, but it didn't have any stuff about cardboard standees. So I'm wondering what this actually is. I'm really looking forward to seeing what's in the thing itself. So, oh, that's interesting. On the back, so it's got some stats on that side, and on the back it doesn't. This is the side that we got to see in the previews. This, I don't know what that's about, but it seems like we can attack these things in-game, which makes it very interesting. So, is it a case that if you want, you've got some interesting terrain stuff, but if you don't, you've got things that you can actually fight and changes the nature of the game. That's interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes from those. So I'm going to put these to one side with the Infernus Marines, and we've got all of our data sheets, which I love. This is fantastic. Quick information right at the tips of your fingers is exactly what you want in a 40k game. This is, to be honest with you, this is value that some people will say isn't huge value, but I'm saying no. This is good. This is good value stuff, interesting stuff, information that you're going to need for the game while you're playing. It's right there at your fingertips. I've got the data cards for the Thousand Suns. It's my go-to faction for 40k in 10th edition, and I love being able to just grab the information that I need and being able to play. This is fantastic. I really like that. That is value, incredible value from my point of view. Let's move on to the magazine now, though, because I want to see what's in this. We've got the 5 Infernus Marines, of course, and oh yeah, we also have this thing. So now, if you buy issue 4, receive issue 5 for free. So if you're starting a subscription, actually start from issue 4, because you'll get issue 5 with the unique Space Marine free. That's pretty good. I started the subscription from issue 1. Maybe I should have waited. It's all the same information inside, though, about the other stuff. So we can put this to one side, and there's the premium stuff. So we're going to have a look at those when they arrive, but they haven't arrived yet. It's just one of those things, so we'll see what happens. Let's look into the magazine itself. So, we've got the editorial again. Take aim and fire. This issue contains both a powerful ranged unit for your army and a tutorial on using them in battle. Excellent. You'll also receive your first Battlefield Essentials card. These are handy accessories for referencing rules or using as terrain in your tabletop battles. Yeah, so great. The rules reference with the cards, and then these things. So these are the first Battlefield Essentials, so that'll be interesting. I'll be getting more of these later on. I want to see what goes with that. Bit on how to build, always useful if you don't know. It is reasonably straightforward, so you don't need this if you're more used to building them, but it's still good to have them. And then we've got this. This is more backstory. This is interesting. Vast forge world blazes with industry, every inch dedicated to producing weapons of war. So this is all of the stuff about the various types of world. So we're getting a lot more lore here. This is really nice. I like this. Stuff on the Space Marines at war. Combat doctrine focused on using small elite forces of troops. Yeah, great stuff for this. Oh, we got a lot on the Space Marines this time. This is nice. We had a lot on Tyranids last time. This is making up for the Space Marine side. This is good stuff. I like it. That is nice. Different companies, so different color schemes and paint schemes for the different Marines. So you get, it's showing you already that there are different types, and you can paint them different ways if you want. And then what's it? Ooh, read D fiction. So this is a short story. Oh, nice. Okay. Very, very nice. Bit of extra information there and there. This is a short story. Fantastic. Okay, that for me is a lot of value. I love the short stories in White Dwarf, and the lore of 40k is brilliant. So I'm really interested in reading that. I'm going to enjoy that, yes. Now we've got Infernus Squad. Infernus Marines are masters of close quarters combat. Armed with fire-belching pyre blasters, their duty is to utterly purge the enemy with jets of searing flame. Infernus Marines are valued highly by Space Marine captains in the cramped corridors of starships and against the vast swarms of the Tyranids. So we've got a thing about rolling for who we are going to be called. So I've got to grab some dice, and we're going to do that. We're going to roll 1d6 and find out what our Infernus squad is going to be called. 6. These Infernus Marines inscribe vows of battle on their purity seals before each battle. They inscribe it on the purity seal, not on the paper that hangs off the purity seal. A bit weird. And they're called Squad Cassian. Okay, there we go. So now we know Squad Cassian is going into battle. So how do they go into battle? That's the question, isn't it? We've got a data sheet for them, like I say. if you're having trouble reading these, you might find it a bit easier to have a look at the datasheet in the magazine itself, because it's exactly the same, it's just bigger. This is about the size of the one that you get in the starter set, if you pick that up. So yeah, it's not a third, actually it's 2/3. I tell a lie, it was 2/3. Oh no. No one will believe a word I say now that I got that wrong. Oh no. But you know. Now it's got a bit about unit names. Okay, this is interesting. Naming the models and units in your collection is a great way to build connection with them. Yeah, we all know that bit. Name tables is telling you how to use them, which seems a bit weird since we've been doing that for 2 issues already. But okay. It seems a bit odd to do it that way, but you know, these things happen. Oh, here we go. So Space Marine squads are designated by the name of their sergeant. The names of most Space Marines are given to them by their chapter. These are often rooted in the heroes of mythology and their home planet. And we get an epithet as well. Okay. Right, let's see what we get then. Okay, I got 2 dice that we need. Red will be the verticals, and green will be the horizontals. So let's see what our unit name is. 1 and 5. So we are Severus. That's our guy. That's our person, Severus. I suppose he should have 2 names, shouldn't he? Severus what? What's his name? His name is Severus. There you are. That's our unit's name, Severus unit. I don't know. Different people are Severus. And then we got the unit epithet. Let's see how this goes. The deeds of a single squad of Space Marines are equal to the achievements of entire armies of mere mortals. These epithets represent titles a unit may pick up over decades of battle, e.g. Valiant's Wrath. So we're going to need 2 here. Again, red vertical, green horizontal. 6 and 4, which is the Chosen. 5 and 5, the Chosen Golden Sabres. There we go. Okay, the Chosen Golden Sabres. That seems like an ostentatious name, but you know, these things happen. There we go, the Chosen Golden Sabres it is, with one of their guys is called Severus. It's ridiculous, but okay. Cleanse, purge, kill. This is play. This is the mission. Okay. An Infernus Marine has been dispatched to... So just the 1. We only have to use the 1. We got 5. Showing 5 there when it's talking about how to do the shooting attacks. Oh, this is interesting. Weapon special rules as well. Weapons in Warhammer 40,000 are very varied. Very true. Many have special rules that make them more powerful. Pyre blasters, for example, automatically hit their opponents, which is cool. So we have Torrent. Torrent weapons shoot clouds of fire, gas, or other lethal substances that few foes can hope to evade. Weapons with Torrent in their profile are known as Torrent weapons. Yeah, excellent. Each time an attack is made with such a weapon, that attack automatically hits the target. So we don't have to roll for 2 hit. We just need to do saving throws, wounds, toughness, and all of that. And now, because of that, because we don't have to worry about hitting, we just need to worry about whether we wound, we've finally been given the saving throws and wound values. So this is interesting. We know about the strength stat, we've been given it on these cards. Strength, no, sorry, that's toughness. Strength is here. So if we're using the Pyre Blaster, which is what we will be doing, attack is D6, but ballistic skill, which is the one to hit, is not applicable. So we have a number of stats, a number of attacks determined by a d6. So every time you're playing, you have to roll a d6. In this case, we had 6 attacks for that attack round. All of them immediately hit. We've got a strength of 5. If we're going up against, let's say, a barb gaunt, it's got a toughness of 4. So strength versus toughness. Strength is greater than toughness, so we hit on a 3+. Very simple set of things. Basically, we go from the point of view of if they're both equal, wound. If they're both equal, strength or toughness, you wound on a 4+. If your strength is higher, 3. If your strength is double or more, 2. But from the strength equal to toughness at 4, if your strength is less, it's 5. But if it's half or less, you only wound on a 6+. So there you go. It's very easy to remember. Just go by steps from 4. So yeah, in this mission you'll use an Infernus Marine. Okay. You'll use more later on, I suppose, but weird. Okay, let's go back. Cleanse, purge, kill. Right, this is what we're doing. An Infernus Marine has been dispatched to burn his way to the heart of the Tyrannid swarm to rescue his commander. That's the guy that was in issue 2. Well, actually, he was in issue 1, but he's been fighting for 2 issues on his own. So this guy's coming to help, apparently. However, he has run into a Tyrannid trap, an infestation of Tyrannid tendrils that spew vile spores into the air. Will he be able to purge the Tyrannids, or will he perish? So we are just... Oh, that's why they put all these. So we are just going through all of these. Interesting. You win immediately when you've destroyed every infestation site. An infestation site is destroyed when it has taken 2 damage. Wounds 2, wounds 2, wounds 2, and wounds 2. So yes. When an infestation site is destroyed, remove it from the battlefield. Infernus Marine can move through destroyed infestation sites. Always keep moving toward the next infestation site that you want to destroy. You should be able to clear out the small and medium infestation sites easily, but the large and armoured ones need 2 or more attacks to finish off. So it's a very, very simple mission. This is just getting you used to movement and to rolling for ranged attacks. So that's not bad. Okay, so now we're in the game room and we've got it set up as best I can. This is pretty much as far out as I can zoom. So we've got our Marine down here in the bottom square. All of the infestation sites are set out as per the instructions in issue 3's missions. We've got the data sheet for the Infernus squad, but we only have 1 man. So got 6 dice out, but I have a massive amount of other dice, so we should be okay if we need to mark wounds or anything like that. At the end of each turn, each infestation site will hit the Infernus Marine with a strength 2 attack. So we have to roll a die for each infestation site for each 6+. So it only wounds on a 6+. We have to make a saving throw of 3+ for the Infernus Marine. So every time we haven't killed an infestation site, we will have that many attacks, and we have to basically make a 6+ attack. So at the start there are 4, so if we don't kill any straight away, we do a 4, and they'd hit on a 3+. In that case, only 2 of them would have hit, so we'd be okay. So we have a torrent weapon. It automatically hits because that's how it works. It has ignores cover and torrent, but the amount of attacks is determined by a d6. So I've got 6 out just in case. I better take them out of there in case. So we know what we're doing. Basically, we're going to have fun. We can move an Infernus Marine. It can move into any square adjacent to its current square. So he moves 1 block each turn. Like 1 turn, turn 2, turn 3, that kind of thing. Although he probably wouldn't stand there. So let's do this. We've got our data sheet. Let's begin. Turn 1. So we're going to go for the small infestation site first. So we're going to make a 1 block move. And we're going to fire. Roll the d6. We get 2 attacks. So we have 2. And we automatically hit because it's not applicable on the ballistic skill. So strength of 5. What's its toughness? Toughness is 2. So strength 5, toughness 2. So strength is more than double toughness. Therefore, we wound on a 2+. So we get 2 attacks, wounding on 2+. Both have wounded. What's its saving throw? It's got a saving throw of none. It does not save. So we've got 2 potential wounds. So we've got to make a saving throw. This one doesn't have a saving throw, so it doesn't save. It's got 2 wounds, and we've hit it twice. It is gone. Now there's only 3 of these things left. 1, 2, over there for 3. It's going to be difficult to get to some of these. I'm now going to move this over to there because we're going to need to be able to move through, aren't we? So, end of the turn, each remaining infestation site makes an attack, and that is to hit on 6+. There's 3 left, so we need 3 dice. So 2 of them have hit, so let's take that out. And we have a 3+ saving roll for the Infernus Marine. So we save on a 3+. We've saved on both. So he's okay for the moment. Excellent. Right, he gets to move again. He can move 1 square. So he's going to move to here and attack that. Let's see how many attacks he gets. 3. 3 attacks. So they automatically hit. So now we have a strength of 5 against a toughness of 5. So strength and toughness are equal. He wounds on a 4+. One of them went outside of the thing, so we're going to go for... There we are. Okay, we have 2 hits and 1 miss. Not bad. What's this one's saving throw? It is 5+. So it saves on a 5+. This does not have armor penetration, just to remind you that. So it is still a straight 5+ save. And they did not save. Both of them did not save. 2 wounds, and it's gone. Okay, now there's only 2 of those left. So they make an attack, and they hit on a 6+. Well, actually, they wound on a 6+. Well, neither of them managed it, so next turn. He moves to there, going to attack that one. How many does he get this time? 5. Automatic hit. And strength 5 against toughness of 6. So toughness is now higher than strength, therefore we wound on a 5+. So let's do this. Missed. Missed. And missed. That's 2 wounds. What's its saving throw? 4+. So it will save on a 4+ on these 2. It hasn't saved either. Got 2 wounds. There we go. Right, there's only 1 of these guys left. So it wounds on a 6+. It doesn't wound. Our guy moves. Can't fire from there. It gets another attack. Wounds on a 6+. Doesn't do it. He's going to attack from there. Let's see how many he gets. 2 attacks. So we're going to need both of these to hit. Otherwise this is going to be a problem for him. He's been lucky so far on not taking damage, but it won't take much because he's only got 2 wounds himself, so it's very equal. But here we go. Okay, so we've just rolled. So he has 2 attacks, automatic hit, wounding, because strength is 5, and that toughness is 3, which means it is smaller. He wounds on a 3+, and he's missed both. So now the infestation gets to attack him. 6. Oh my goodness. It's managed to actually wound. We have a saving throw that that saves on a 3+, because that is the Infernus Marine save. Let's try that again because it bounced out. 1. He did not save. Okay, so he has 1 wound. My goodness, he's actually hurt. So now we're seeing how this goes. He goes again now, the Infernus Marine attacking. How many to get? 5. 5 attacks, automatic hit. Strength is 5 against toughness of 3. Therefore, because strength is higher than toughness, but toughness is not half of strength, he wounds on a 3+. So let's do this. He's got 5 potential wounds to go. We have wounding on a 3+. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one did not wound. So 4 potential wounds. This has a save of 6+. It's probably not going to save, but you never know. It managed to hit him. And 1 of them saved. Just the 1 save. And not bad, actually. Saving on a 6+ is actually quite difficult, but it's only got 2 wounds and he's got 3 attacks. So it's off the board. Space Marines win. We did get a Space Marine victory, so what happens now? The battle ends for now. The Infernus Marine allows himself a moment of pride as the last infestation site is reduced to a charred husk. He takes a moment to reload and to upload the coordinates of this location to his battle brothers who will join him soon. Now purged of Xenos taint, this will be a fine staging post for the rescue of his missing captain. There we go. And then we get to look at all of the nice things that we're going to be getting for the rest of the magazine. And we get to see what's coming up next. Issue 4, we got 3 paints, which is not bad. Macragge Blue is good. Baraknar Burgundy, interesting. That's not one that came in the starter colour set, by the way. If you buy the starter set and the starter colours, that's not in it. We got a different purple. That's an interesting thing. It's more of a ready purple, so it's going to be different for your Tyranids in this. That's interesting. I kind of like that though. And we get the brush, so that's not too bad. I kind of like that. And then of course we have the Infernus Marine for the next one. But here's the fun part. Blue to paint in blue. Purple and white to paint the Tyranids. Great. We can put some of the white on him. We haven't got the red, so his helmet can't be painted. We can paint the purple there, but we haven't got the red or the orange to do that bit. It's going to be a while before you finish this guy, isn't it? Still, it's one of those things. And it's published weekly, so we know that. I've really enjoyed this. This is a really good issue. The story is something that I'm really interested in reading. We've got some interesting mechanics. The fact that we got those data sheets is brilliant, because I love the fact that we now have this stuff right there ready for us to use. And of course, since we've now got a captain and Infernus Marines, plus the Tyranid Prime and some Von Ryan's Leapers, we can now stage our own battles while waiting for the next issue. This is good stuff. I'm really happy with this, and I'm looking forward to the next one. This issue gets a thumbs up from me. I think it's the best that we've had so far. Okay, there you go. Not a bad issue, I think you'll agree. Got some good stuff in there with the story and interesting mechanics that they've added in now. So we're starting to get something very interesting from the entire range that we've got so far. Issues 1, 2, and 3, we've now got movement, shooting, melee combat. We're starting to get a good feel for the game. That's great. I'm looking forward to what comes up next, because I know that issue 4 is just the paints. So I'm wondering what interesting material might be in the magazine to really boost up the value of that particular issue. So we'll have to wait and see. But for now, I think thumbs up again on this one. Possibly the best one we've had yet. I've really enjoyed it. But speaking of enjoyment, if you have liked this, remember to click the like button, share it with your friends so that they'll know something good when they see it, and do subscribe for future videos, because we are going to be covering the entire range of the Combat Patrol magazine, and we're also going to be taking a look at Age of Sigmar as well coming up, because we are going to have some gaps between episodes of the Combat Patrol reviews since, well, I've subscribed, so I get them in bundles of 4, so there'll be a few points where there will be a few delays. So I'm thinking I might go through the starter set of Age of Sigmar in the same way I've been doing these Combat Patrols, go through each mission and review the quality of that and see how we get on and things like that. Also, we're going to be doing some battle reports and things like that, which I think you'll enjoy. But for now, thank you so much for joining me. I've been Zoe Kirk Robinson. You've been watching WarGame Hammer Wargaming. I'll see you next time. If you like the show, please consider supporting me on Patreon. It really does help create future videos. That's patreon.com/Zoe Kirk Robinson. And I've got an extra special thanks going out to Chief89, Sam Yates, Retro Mickey 82, Mo Henry, and George Botterini. Thank you so much, guys.